Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome to your morning messages with me, Michelle. I am here to help you along your spiritual awakening, help you fall more in love with yourself and your path, help you understand why you do the things that you do. I love diving deep into the soul level of life, meaning what is going on under the surface? Why are we behaving the way we do? Why are we at this job that we don't love? Why are we with somebody that drives us bonkers? There's a reason for everything. And I always think when I put my hand up like this, I think of the girl emoji that does this. I am the girl that likes to discover what's going on behind the scenes type of vibe. So we are going to start off today's morning messages with an excerpt from my favorite book, Heart Thoughts, A Treasure of Inner Wisdom by Louise Hay. Let's see. Hey, let's see what we need to hear today. Holy shit. This is the same page we got 2 days ago. Side note. So the page is our business is prosperous. This is crazy. It says, rejoice in other people's successes because there's plenty for everyone. And this excerpt is all about money and how we have this ability to create our own abundance and our own earnings. We just have to tap into what it is we have inside of us that the world needs and how we can add value. But on the day that I pulled this page, it was 2/8/22, so February 8th, and that was a huge day for abundance. I even watched 3 different people talk on YouTube talking about how 8 is obviously like the infinity sign, and when all the 2s line up, 2, 22, and 8, it's like a completion. He was talking about how the infinity sign with the combination of all the 2s is a magical day in the universe where it can draw in whatever you want to come in. And so I knew this going into the 8th, and I did a whole video about manifesting money and love simultaneously, because when you're in love, you feel good and you emanate a good energy and you end up attracting money just because of it. So if you ever look at like a lot of couples that get together and then they build a business together, or they're considered like a power couple, they're very successful because of the love that they share between them, and it vibrates at a certain frequency, and they're attracting more goodness because they're always feeling good in the small moments of their day. So anyway, I did a whole video on this and I'll link it in the description, but that night around like 8 o'clock, I literally commented on my video and I was like, you guys, I earned $5,000 that day. It was crazy. So I have a company that is selling virtual mindfulness programs for kids from 3rd grade through 12th grade all over the US and Canada. So my sweet little lessons from the universe are being played in classrooms all over the US. And I'm so blessed. And it was such an honor to be able to be asked to create something like that for kids everywhere. And I had been manifesting it. I kept saying, like, I just want to reach more kids with these lessons. Like, I wasn't taught how to traverse my mind as a kid. I wasn't taught how to handle my anxiety. And I just wanted to give that back. And the universe brought me this opportunity. So anyway, I got a text from my saleswoman, Jess. She's amazing. What up, Jess? And she was like, Michelle. And I was like, what? And I love when she jumps into my phone. But she was like, I just got you into another 42 different schools. So now 42 different sites have access to my videos. Can you imagine how many kids that's going to reach now? But anyway, it's not about the money. It's about the value that I'm adding and that we are adding, me and the universe, and Jess, like, she's helping me sell this. So she's a part of it too. So we're like this team out there trying to help kids. But on the other end of it, when you're doing what you love and when you're adding value to the world, the universe pays you. It provides you with money so that you can keep doing it. And $5,000 in one day is pretty freaking awesome. So that happened after I got this page. So I'm curious what's going to happen today for some of you, because we just got that page again. All right, I'm going to read it to you all. We are one with the universal mind. Sorry, my dryer just buzzed. We are one with the universal mind, and therefore all wisdom and knowledge is available to us right here. And I definitely have like my right ear is ringing right now. It says, we are divinely guided and our business prospers, expands, and grows. We now choose to release any negative thoughts about cash flow limitations. We open our consciousness to a quantum leap of prosperity by thinking and accepting that large amounts of money flood our bank account. We have plenty to use, to spare, and to share. The law of prosperity keeps the flow of cash moving in abundant amounts. It pays our bills and brings us everything we need and more. Each of us within this organization prospers. We now choose to be living examples of prosperity consciousness. We live and work in comfort and ease and beauty. We have inner peace and security. We watch with gratitude and joy as we and this business continually grow and prosper far beyond our expectations. We bless this business with love, and so it is. There's one sentence I wanted to reread. It says, the law of prosperity keeps the cash flow moving in abundant amounts. So for anyone watching right now, if you're listening while you're driving, if you're at home watching on your TV, if you're watching on your phone somewhere, if you have me in your AirPods in your ear, hello, you're so cute and I love you. But if you're listening, I want you to write down that money comes to me effortlessly and easily without me having to do anything. Money comes to me effortlessly and easily without me having to do anything. And if you write that down wherever you are, write it in your notes in your phone, say it into your voice memos. A lot of times when we listen to ourselves speaking, so if you were to record some voice memos of you saying your affirmations and then you listen to them as you get ready in the morning, your body starts to believe what you're listening to. And when we believe, we create. So what you're believing in each day is what you're creating for yourself in the next day. And that's how money can be created. When I was talking about how you can create your own abundance, that's what I'm talking about. It first has to start with your belief systems. How do you feel about money? What's your relationship with it? Do you think about it and get nervous? I just went to my mailbox this morning. The old Michelle used to be so nervous to go to her mailbox. I didn't want to see another bill, and everything's online now, but even still, like just getting something in the mail that you're going to have to deal with. But now I go to my mailbox, I'm like, ooh, what random check am I going to get today? Because one of my affirmations is the universe always brings me random large amounts of checks. And it happens. I definitely have gotten like strange checks from clients who are mailing it to me after doing like work with them a year ago, and they just wanted to like tip me. So they send me like a check. So strange, but when we say it, the universe has no choice but to align it. And I'm being guided. I felt like I just had an energy that was like, Michelle, shut up and pull cards. So let's pull some cards. And this is going to be a short morning message today. We're going to pull some cards, and I'm not going to forget my charms. I forgot that the other day. So I'm putting that here so I literally don't forget about it. All right, we're going to go with an animal card. Oh, I also just had a girl who questioned, she gave me something to talk about in these videos. She asked me to talk about it, so I got to get that out too. Okay, we have the oyster and the eagle. All right, let me look at what the question was from my friend. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, the question was, how about keeping your faith around others that are not quite awake yet or not quite on the same page as us? For instance, staying in your own energy, not losing your path focus because of others. Okay, so I'm going to address that question, and I have a feeling that it's going to relate to what we just pulled, the oyster and the eagle. And I love the eagle card because that also always reminds me of my dad, because I wear his Eagles hat all the time. So the eagle card is a really good one. I'm going to read that one. Being guided. The oyster is all about getting your pearl, getting your little prize. So that's what they look like. All right, eagle, where you at? Okay, here we go. The eagle, all pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong, and it represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. So if anyone got scared right now when I just said that, don't. Transformation is good. It doesn't always mean it's scary. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, bright, radiant, and has challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring into balance, step into the unknown. Now I know why I was guided to read that. Because when we need to create our own abundance, sometimes we have to leave behind jobs that are no longer serving us. And sometimes we have to, I'm being guided now to read the oyster, sorry guys. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to things that are no longer matching our vibration. Like if you are somewhere, if you're doing something throughout your day and you are consistently checking in with your body and going, I feel like shit here. This does not feel good. Nothing lights me up. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? We don't just like go with the wind and say, well, the universe brought me here, so I have to stay. No, you have a choice. You have to. So I just got a great visual. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. So when we say like, let's just go with the wind and go with the flow and trust the universe and trust our path, and we're like surrendering, right? We're full on being like, I trust the universe. It's going to guide me to my next steps. It's going to bring me the right people. But here's the deal. Sometimes there is things that we attract into our lives that are not good for us. And we have to feel that contrast, whether it's a job or a person and you're not feeling good, that's contrast. You have to learn, oh, this doesn't feel good. So now how do I go with the wind? How do I fly like an eagle into the unknown to something that I don't really know what's next, or I don't know what I want? So what we have to do is we don't surrender in that moment. We don't just go where the wind takes us, because at the current time you've been going with the wind to something that doesn't feel good. I hope this all makes sense. So the visual that I just got that they gave me was, you go with the wind, but you get to decide what direction the wind is taking you. Super powerful, right? I love that. I've never said that before in a reading. So basically you get to determine, is it north? Is it south? Is it northwest? Is it southeast? Where's the wind going? And then once you determine where you want to go, then you let the universe come and bring you your next steps. And then you go and you be a free spirit and go with that wind. But you have to co-create with the universe. So if you're at a job, if you're in a relationship and you're unhappy, and you're getting these signs that are kind of keeping you there, it's keeping you stuck, and you're thinking, oh, it's meant to be that I stay here. No, you check in with your body. If your body doesn't feel good somewhere, that is your sign. We don't follow external signs. As much as I'm the sign girl and I love them, I had to learn this lesson. I was staying in things that were so toxic because I was getting signs that I should stay. And I had to learn that my ego was creating these signs, and it was tricky and it was really hard to discern between the two. So what I had to do was I had to sit back and go, what does Michelle want? Michelle wants to work from home. She wants to help people. She wants to be in love. She wants to love her family. She wants financial freedom. And in the icky situation that I was in, I started to think about what I wanted and I wrote it down. I made a list of what I wanted. I don't want to be tied to a 9 to 5. I want to wake up when I want to wake up. I want to go to the gym when I want to go to the gym. And then I wrote down all the things I didn't want. I don't want to be, listening to a boss anymore. I don't want somebody telling me what to do and when to do it. So I drew up 2 lists. And then I asked the universe, please show me the way. Let's create. So I basically was creating the direction I wanted to go in, where I wanted the wind to take me. I wanted the wind to take me to this life. And now I'm actually living it, which is really cool. So I think that's why this message is coming through today, because I'm an example of how you can leave something that's not good for you even though you're getting signs that say that you should stay. So for me, it was teaching. I was teaching for 17 years and I love kids. Like, if you want to like sucker me into doing something, throw some kids in front of me and I can't say no. It's just who I am. But guess what? The universe was sending me those signs to keep, it wasn't sending me the signs to keep me there, but my ego was creating this story that I have to stay in this for the kids. I have to stay. I have to stay. But I wasn't happy. Even though the kids made me happy, I wasn't happy waking up and doing what I was doing each day. So I had to feel that contrast to then search for what do I want? I want to create my own life. I want to create this new way of being because I'm not happy here. And if I stay another minute, I'm going to not be okay. And the signs were like, I'd get an email from a kid right when I was thinking about writing my letter of resignation. I would get an email from 2 kids saying, Miss Thornton, you changed our life. We love you so much. Or I'd get an email from a parent saying like from 5 years ago saying, my son or daughter just got their dream job. And, you know, they wrote about you in their application letter or something and how you inspired them. And so I would get these emails right when I was about to quit my job. And I would think that, oh, this is my calling. I'm supposed to stay and keep teaching because look at the difference I'm making. But yet the next morning I would wake up and not be happy. It was so confusing. It was so tiring. It was so draining. But then I finally said, no, I'm choosing me. I'm not living, you know, I'm going to be of service still, just in a different way. You know, I'm still going to be able to reach kids. I'm still going to be able to reach people. But that was a huge decision that I had to make, and I made it. And it was brave and it was bold. And I took the leap of faith and resigned with no job lined up. But ever since I did that, my energy and my life has changed immensely. I feel so much happier. I am receiving tons of abundance in cool ways. I'm getting ideas to create new things where the old me didn't have the space to create because I was so consumed by the job. So the unknown, the eagle represents stepping into that unknown. A lot of you guys, I shared this whole story because you're being called to choose you, to not stay in something that's not meant for you just because you're seeing signs that are keeping you there. And as much as I love signs and I love to tell people, yes, like follow the universe, be that girl, I want to teach you how to listen to your body. Your body knows where you're going. It's your beacon, it's your GPS. And we have to always tune in to what we're feeling in each moment. And that's why I encourage you to not numb. Try as much as you can. If you're numbing, then that means something is missing in your life. You're not creating. Maybe you're not with the right people that light you up. You know, when you're with the right person, all of your addictions kind of fall away because you're finally feeling that joy that you've been yearning for your whole life and you didn't even know it existed, but you finally meet somebody where you just are like, I don't need to numb anymore. I want to feel every ounce of what I'm feeling right now. And I don't want to go out and numb. And that's how you know you're in the right spot. And the same thing with your career and creating. I just created like these simple little journals. I literally just created the cover. They're blank on the inside, but for some reason it lit me up when I got them. I just was like, I made this. Like, how cool is that? I didn't want to go numb and go drink and celebrate and smoke or do whatever, which I don't do. I wanted to sit in my living room on the floor and just cry and feel so good and so proud of myself that I created something that I didn't know I could do. You have that inside of you. And that's where the oyster comes in. The oyster saying you are the creator. You can create this beautiful pearl, and the world needs this pearl. The world needs what you have inside of you. It's such a gift. And sometimes we are in these jobs and until we leave, we don't know what our gift is because we need the time and space to just process. I did a reading last night with a woman who the job that she was doing was draining. So she asked to be moved within her company to a different job. And now she's like, now it's boring. But I told her, I was like, guess what? The universe just moved you to that job. So now you have space. Good thing it's boring because now you can just think about what you want to create in your life. Now the hustle and bustle is over. Now you have some time to just chill. So if you've recently been moved from one job to another, the other job was somewhat stressful and you had to be on all the time, you had to perform, you had to be really, really mindful. And now you're at a job that's pretty mindless and you're just going with the flow. The universe moved you there so that you could have some time to rest, to see what you want to create for yourself next. You're in a holding spot and it's perfect and you're meant to be there. So stop sitting there thinking, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Just be there and see all the good that's coming next. And just tune into whatever ideas for abundance that you might have. And money, like I said, it's not about how can I make enough money or how can I make money to live. It's about what do I have that adds value to the world. And when you do that, when you come from that place, then the universe will pay you. All right, let's end with 2 charms. Oh, I grabbed 3. Interesting. I have no, oh, we have like a, I don't know if it's an angel, but it kind of looked like he's wearing a helmet. We got a butterfly and a music. Man, we keep getting the music and the butterfly. Okay, first one, butterfly. Super pretty. This obviously represents transformation. Music note. And I just switched it backwards, duh. So somebody is speaking to you through music, whether it's a loved one that has passed away, which I think it might be, but it's a very unique looking angel. Praying hands. Do you guys see it? So I see this as you have an angel watching over you and they're sending you love through music. So pay attention. And they are guiding you through your transformation. They are going to guide you through these big decisions that you have to make. So as we end this, I'm going to quickly answer that one question that woman had for me. But when you're having to make a big decision, right now we know, okay, we're not going to follow the signs. We're going to tune into our body. We're going to say, okay, this doesn't feel good. This does feel good. What don't I want? What do I want? We write 2 lists down. And then we ask the universe, all right, universe, I know what I want now. Please change me into a person who can take action to create that for myself. And then watch, you'll get ideas. You'll get somebody emailing you something. For me, like when I just created those journals, I had no intention of doing that. I've had people in the past say, Michelle, you should create journals. And I just didn't know how. But the other night I was on YouTube and this video popped up and it was like, make $1,400 a month creating your own blank journals on Amazon. And I was like, no way. I was like, that'd be good money for me right now. I love creating. I love journaling. Journaling is like my jam. I have like 100 journals in my closet, already filled. But so I just watched a couple of videos and I was like, I can do this. And I just started creating it. So you'll get those ideas too. You'll get a video that'll pop up. The universe will then, once you ask, once you determine what direction you want the wind to take you, the universe will start taking you. It'll start bringing you things, and then you have to go with it. You have to see what it's bringing you and say, oh, I can do this. You know, it might intimidate me a little bit, but I can try. That's you going with the wind. And then once you start going with the wind, that's when the money follows. Okay. All right. Last final thing that we're going to talk about. So this person asked, how about keeping your faith around other people that are not on the same path and staying in your own energy? So this is a huge one because a lot of times when we're newly on a spiritual journey, we are very sensitive. We feel other people's energies. We're not super strong with determining, oh, this is my energy and that's their energy. So once you've gotten that somewhat down, like you're like, all right, I feel pretty confident in knowing like when somebody affects my energy. Then we have the awareness of they're in front of you, right? You can't try to talk them into the spiritual journey, right? They have to learn on their own. We know that. We hold a boundary. Now your job is you're so grounded in your great energy that you now have to maybe be of service. So when there's other people around you who are not on the same page as you, they don't think like you, your job, God has you there so that you can show them what's possible. You don't try to convince them of anything. You just be you and say, I'm not going to take on their energy. I'm here to help them. I'm just going to be me. and say what I normally say. And if they want to receive it, they can receive it. If not, I'm going to leave the conversation and be like, okay, I did the best. Their guides, their angels will help them. And I'm not going to take their energy with me. I'm going to go home. I'm going to cut cords. I'm going to cleanse. I'm going to spray with lavender water. And I'm going to stay strong and see myself as being of service around people that drive me bonkers. And be so grateful that you are who you are and you're not that person. That's what I do. Anytime I'm with somebody who's like raging in a store or two people that are fighting, I just hold my ground and I'm like, all right, Michelle, don't take this into your body. It's okay. This is their shit. And I'm just going to like pray for them and wish them well. And I'm going to know that I am so grateful that I am who I am. And I've learned all this and I don't ever behave that way. And maybe my energy and my white light in this room right now can help calm them down. So sometimes I beam, you guys know, like the Care Bears. Sometimes I pretend like I'm beaming light to people who are struggling. Like if I see somebody in a store who's yelling at their kid, I'll pause for a second. I'll just be like, all right, send them light, Michelle, send them light, send them light. And I'll put light around that child to protect that child. And energetically, we are light workers. That's our mission. So if you are stuck around people, like her question was, stuck around people that are negative and not on the spiritual path, and you're around them all the time and it's draining, your mission is to be the example of what's possible. Your light is meant to be there to calm that person down, to maybe show them how they can think differently without having to teach them. You just be you, and your light is enough. You don't even have to speak. People can feel your energy. Their soul will absorb it, whether their human is aware of it or not. The soul, their higher self, is witnessing what you're doing for them, and it's thanking you. So keep being strong, cleanse your energy, and shift your mindset into how can I be of service to help these people that are not so positive? You know, maybe just send them love. Maybe they need a hug, or maybe you can say, wow, that really does suck. Like if they're complaining about something stupid, play into it and be like, I hear you, that sucks. And really nurture them in that moment like they're a little kid, because maybe they just want to be heard. All right, and don't forget, you have angels and guides guiding you through this transformation. If you're needing to take a leap of faith from a job, a living situation, from a relationship, whatever it is, you can step into the unknown and know that you can create the life of your dreams, but you got to step into the unknown first. And even now that I look at it, look what's underneath the eagle. It looks like a pearl. How perfect. All right, lovies, I hope you enjoyed these morning messages. I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling called to. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and go manifest some big money today, because we got that prosperous page. Someone's coming into money. Comment below and tell me when you get it. All right, peace out.